first of all speak about Sargon of Akkad. Carl Benjamin. Sargon of Akkad, famous YouTuber. Pretty much always thought he was a centrist, but apparently now he's a terrible Nazi. Terrible far-right Nazi. He's running to be a MEP for UKIP, which is probably a joyous job. I don't know why I can't. I'd love to be a UKIP MEP. We've spoke about that many times, but he's going to be a UKIP MEP. But there's been a bit of a problem because, like people's past comes back to get them, and it's something that Sargon of Akkad or Carl Benjamin, I feel like I'm doing the Tommy Robinson thing. We have to mention his real name. Basically, he got into it with an MP called Jess Phillips. We've got a picture of Jess Phillips here. There she is. That's Jess Phillips. She's an MP. And she was making light of, someone put forward the idea of Men's Day so men could discuss their problems. She thought it was quite hilarious because men talk all the time, which is, of course, men talk all the time, which is why men's suicide rates are through the roof. I might not agree with all these different days. I think society as a whole should be more tolerant and understanding of mental illness, but that's a different thing entirely. She made light of it because she's a feminist and she's powerful. She's a feminist and she's a powerful lady. So she was complaining that she'd gotten all kinds of rape threats over Twitter for what she said. So Carl Benjamin said on Twitter, and I've got the quote here, "I wouldn't even rape you. Feminism is cancer. I wouldn't even rape you." Now, you could take that in a few ways. He's making a flippant remark. You're like, rape you? I won't rape you. Or perhaps she doesn't meet his exacting standards for potential victims. People are taking it that way. But what this has become is something else. It's become, he's a man who made rape comments. Because you know what the media do? They strip all context away. Get rid of all that don't want that shit. Don't need context. Don't need anything like that. He made the rape comments. And the media have been badgering him for a while over this. The leader of UKIP did say that it was, just satire and he regrets saying it, which kind of got knocked into a cocked hat by Mr. Benjamin at a recent press conference. He was up on the stage with Gerard Batten. It's Gerald, isn't it? Not Gerard. Gerard. Gerald.
Gerard.
Is it Gerard? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Gerald. Whoever. The current leader of UKIP will probably be replaced before too long. Count Dankula, who was, I've got to be honest, giggling like a 9-year-old fucking schoolboy, and Carl Benjamin. And when he was questioned about it, he said, well, if she's going to act like a massive bitch, I'm going to act like a massive bitch. Deal with it. There you go. Deal with it. UKIP people on the internet, media, boo, not good. Don't like. As a way of talking, I think it was perfect. I think it's going to absolutely fuck his political career, even though I'm not convinced he's doing it for a serious guy. I think it's just a poke in the eye for the establishment, because the Swindon UKIP, I don't know, what is it? It's fucking supporters club. The Swindon branch, their chairman, Mr. Aubrey Atwater, told the BBC he wanted to see Mr. Benjamin deselected as an MEP candidate. And the quote was, UKIP Swindon wants absolutely nothing to do with Carl Benjamin or his websites. Twitter! It's fucking Twitter, dickhead. It's not his website. He's but apparently his appearance is not doing UKIP any favours, because UKIP were doing really good before they hooked onto these guys, by which I'm being incredibly sarcastic. UKIP were not doing well at all. They've got, Carl Benjamin. They've got Count Dankula. It was a big thing that Paul Joseph Watson joined with them, but he's gone off to do his own. I think he's concentrating on his own websites now, isn't he? He seems to be pulling away from the InfoWars and concentrating on his own thing. So yeah, he's doubled down with this. Now, of course, everyone's screaming about what a Nazi Carl Benjamin is. Terrible Nazi. Terrible. And that word's been so cheapened. It doesn't mean anything. It's like the word racist. That's thrown around with wild abandon, as is Nazi, all these underfed, vegan, pasty-faced motherfuckers saying, yeah, punch a Nazi. You're never going to punch a fucking Nazi. You've got to go and find a Nazi first. You know, it doesn't mean someone that voted Leave or someone that votes for UKIP or Carl Benjamin. They're not Nazis. The white supremacists hate Carl Benjamin. What was it, Graham? He got kicked off Twitter. I know you're eating your sandwich instead of doing your fucking job here, but, you know, I don't want to disturb your dinner. I am sorry.
I know.
How much of that did you have in your fucking mouth at one go? Greedy boy.
Hear it off of me, innit?
Greedy boy.
I was sneaking a bite, Hayden, and you spotted me.
So he was kicked off Twitter because of his spats with white nationalists, wasn't it?
Yeah, he sent a load of white nationalists into racial porn.
Because that's what Nazis do.
It's funny, though, because, you know, he didn't punch a Nazi, he sent them porn, and they were like, get out! With your non-violent...
Your non-violent interracial porn. Because, yeah, I'm not really a supporter of Carl Benjamin. I don't watch a lot of his stuff. The stuff I have watched seems actually remarkably sort of reasonable. But the more the media are hating on him and calling him a Nazi, the more I'm moving towards being a supporter. He's much like Dankula, who I thought was just a shit poster, you know, just doing his thing, having fun. But he's been ruined by the mainstream media. Ruined. They're calling him a Nazi. He was a wannabe communist when he was younger. They don't get on with Nazis very well. So it just beggars belief. The narrative is set now. The narrative is set, and everyone's moving against UKIP because of this. And UKIP will be in a position soon where they probably usher him quietly to the side, which would be quite a shame, because I do want people stood up at press conferences calling other members of Parliament massive bitches, and that they should all deal with it. Seems perfectly reasonable to me. If you've got any thoughts on it, do get in touch. Do let us know. How are we doing on social media, Graham, now that you finished your sandwich?
I've not, actually. I took it out. It's all wet, waiting for me. It's good, man. It's funny. It's interesting. You mentioned Sargon, and very few comments were actually about him. It was just instantly like how much people hate Jess Phillips, just straight away. I thought she was a trans, bracket, a bad one. That's 12K188 said that. She's Jade Goody, Mark 2. 191 said that. Jess Phillips is a mega retard. That's from Cup of Tea. Also as well, Nazi, that was a bit of a confusing one. Buckaroo said, is he a left-wing liberal? Nazis are left-wing liberals.
No, they're not. Don't get confused by National Socialism meaning they're socialists at core. It doesn't... I don't care what the narrative is now where people bullshit about this. In your wildest fucking dreams, Adolf Hitler was never fucking left-wing. Okay? No, it doesn't work like that. I know they were called National Socialists, but don't think it... It's like most people use liberal now as an insult without understanding what liberal means. And the people they're referring to are a million miles away from being liberal. I would put him more as a centrist, wouldn't you, Graham?
Yeah.
Sargon, definitely centrist.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. Like, blatantly. Very blatantly.
Centrists are hated more than anything else by the far left now. I mean, the far left fucking hate everything now, don't they? Even each other. You know, it's just that whole day spent going, I'm considerably more far left than you. They detest centrists. Because centrists tend to be people who go, I don't believe any of you fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't buy any of your bullshit.
And they're the ones that swing elections as well. That's the other thing. So it's like, fuck you fucking voted for fucking Tories and all that. Happy Dog said that both Sargon and Dank doubled down last night by making more rape jokes at their comedy evening. Which I can imagine.
A comedy evening with Sargon of Akkad. See, I've seen Dankula's turn, and he wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad at all. I quite enjoyed the whole slideshow thing and the shtick of it all. I enjoyed it. I don't know that Sargon would be...
Well, this is Happy Dog, though, innit? So, you know, his idea of comedy. Might have been
Sargon of Akkad comedy show. I'm not that I'm belittling Carl Benjamin. I'm sure he's a very funny man. I've just not seen one, so I...
Natalie wasn't happy about you saying Gerard. She's been triggered by that. Hashtag
Was it Gerald? How the fuck do I know who he is?
It's Gerard Batten. It is. Gerard Batten, but she doesn't like hearing it.
Why? Is his name Gerard?
I don't know. Is there a footballer? Is it a football thing?
Stephen Gerrard.
I don't know.
Liverpool.
Fingerburn50 said, is this the Docs guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bootstomp01 said, Hayden is a Nazi.
Full blown. Fucking full blown, dyed in the wool Nazi. Got a swastika on my bell end and everything. Fucking, that's me. Go and listen to the podcast, which is subtitled Hayden is a Terrible Jew. And you'll hear that I'm actually also accused of being a terrible Jew on the internet as well. So I can't win, can I?
Yeah, literally type Hayden is a terrible Jew. And you'll find it. Smoke Steve is pointing out that Aphid was drunk last week for his show. He had a Skype call that only he could hear.
I always assume Aphid's drunk. I thought that was Aphid's thing. I thought that was his thing. I thought maybe I'm wrong. I just assumed you were a heavy drinker, Aphid. I am sorry. Bootstompo1 says Hayden is a Jewish Nazi. Throw Muslim and atheist scum in there, and you're getting closer to it. I'm all of those things to all of those people. Mark Wilde says Sargon of Akkad looks like someone who has held a fart in for too long. If you hold it in too long, is that when you get them bubbles that go back up? A very uncomfortable sensation.
I find it arousing.
I don't like it, but sometimes you gotta hold them in because you don't know if it's gonna draw mud. Gotta be careful with these things. Gotta be careful. How do you like me so far? Says HH is no Jew, no Nazi. He's a dreaded centrist. Probably. But why can't I be a centrist Jew, Nazi, Muslim, atheist? You know, don't put me in a box, bitch. Let me be free. Let me be free to be who I want to be. It's the world we live in. I can ID as anything I like. Fair enough. I think that's fair enough. Right. We got emails there, Cherry.
We've got one off Mageface.
Will you just fucking replying to emails on the show?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well,
You just read them out, mate.
well.
Unless they're personal.
Wants to know the thoughts on Notre Dame, whether it's deliberate or an act of God.
We are going to talk about Notre Dame later in the show. We are, just a little bit. But we are going to talk about that later in the show, for sure. What, mate? Don't worry about me. I'm answering your email.
No, I was just replying.
Explain yourself.
Before you said it.
By the way, you've got an appointment for the dentist next Wednesday, Hayden. He's sorted it all for you.
Yeah, man.
My fucking PA over there. I'm just taking care of it, dude. Don't you worry about it.
I'm all over it.
How we looking on the social?
It's good. It's good. I mean, you got to all the shout outs already on the YouTube, didn't you? I forgot you've got it open there.